What do you want me to tell you? My hair looks like pigeon boho. I know, my hair is doing really bad scenes and my wife is yelling at me that I look ridiculous. I'm getting a haircut soon, don't worry about it. But today we're gonna be checking out a duo hybrid of two fragrances that should never meet. We're talking about Roja's Elysium, the mass appeal beast in that Roja lineup, mixed with Hermes Ambre Narguile. How is that gonna work? Well, let's roll my motherfucking music and check out to see if this blend really works out on skin.
We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to you, to the B to the A. I've been appreciating some of the comments of people like, wow, Cuba not cursing. That is really unusual. That is weird. I love it. I can't stand it. Listen, YouTube is really putting a crackdown on stuff and they're just being very particular. Some people say it's the first 15 seconds. Other people's like, nah, they'll spot check every... I don't know, guys. I've had at least 20 some odd videos demonetized because of my foul mouth. And I know some of you people like it, so, you know, you're welcome. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit, I guess, but whatever, who cares? Fuck it. So today's video is sponsored by two of the fragrances selected by myself, and I selected this one because it just doesn't make any sense. Ambre Narguile I've smelled, honestly, like twice, maybe, years ago. I don't own it. It has been one that I want to get in my collection. From what I remember, it was a delicious, ambery, spicy fragrance that was very intriguing. However, mixing that with Elysium can be a hot mess, but it's called Amberlicious Supernova, aka a character from the movie Clueless. I'm gonna do something different. I want to start off reading the notes of this fragrance right off a rip and see if they coincide or if they even sound interesting. Alright, Amberlicious Supernova consists of cinnamon, honey, rum, caramel, grapefruit, lime, lemon, bergamot, lavender, lily of the valley, thyme, artemisia, rose de mai, sounds like Flor de Mayo, shout out to New York City, y'all know what I'm talking about, jasmine de grasse, apple, blackcurrant, galbanum, pink pepper, cypriol, vetiver, cedarwood, juniper berry, leather, ambergris, musk, benzoin, vanilla, lavender, and top of it. Okay, it's a lot of stuff in here. Just smell the fragrance. I don't even know why I'm trying to be like a real reviewer. We know that I'm not that. I'm a dude who likes or does not like a fragrance. That's pretty much what this is. And honestly, I have high hopes for this because one of the last duos that I smelled and I put it in one of the worst videos was that Tres Leches. It's the absolute worst fragrance I've ever smelled in my entire life. Whoa, that was trash. So I hope this definitely redeems itself. If you're gonna go get a duo fragrance, do not get Tres Leches. That shit's trash. All right. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is an experience. I need to take my glasses off for this one. Hold up. Wow. Oh, there's so much going on here. Here, I can't say which one is the star because it opened up very cinnamony boozy from the Ambre Narguile, but that bright citrusy Elysium part was not far behind. This smells crazy on paper. Oh, this gotta go on skin. Wow. That is so different. Wow, hold up. That kind of threw me for a loop there. Let me give it a second because I know it's going to be a big synthetic mess when I get on skin. Let me just give it a couple of seconds right now. Yo, this is kind of ill. You get this beautiful musky cinnamon vanilla creaminess. There is a nice undertone of a booze. It isn't super prominent, but it's present and it's there. Like you can pick it up. If you're familiar with boozy fragrances, you can absolutely pick it up. But that bright citric, slightly sour punches of Elysium keep creeping up and kind of blending with the blackcurrant vibes off of this fragrance. But there's a beautiful ambery, sugary creaminess here with the citric components that give it a, I want to say creamsicle vibe, but not really. It's a creamy citric vibe, but with a beautiful amber. Like on skin, for like a minute, it smells a little bit confused. It smells a little bit all over the place, but just for about a minute, off of my skin, it's very unusual, completely different than I expected. I had thought that this was gonna be Elysium prominent since it's the mass appeal out of the two fragrances that are hybrided. Is that a word? But it's not. They're kind of here-ish, and Ambre Narguile kind of supersedes it by just a pinch, and I'm kind of excited about that. I didn't want Elysium to be the prominent scent profile in this fragrance. I wanted the Amber Narguile to really have a overpowering presence, and it's not overpowering, but it is superseding the Elysium. I think this is the right amount of burnt sugar, the right amount of creaminess, a nice amount of citric tartness. It isn't a hot mess, but it's still interesting. I'm quite enjoying this fragrance off the skin. It smelled a little bit better on paper than it did on skin. I'm gonna be completely transparent, but the more that it dries down, the more that it becomes interesting, the more that it feels that it's marrying together. As I indicated, that first minute or so, it's just a little bit confused off of my skin, but it hits a lot of very interesting points in this fragrance that I'm really enjoying, actually. There's this subliminal smoky myrrh kind of essence here, like this smoky after incense burnout smell, like mixed with this citric caramelized sugar. It's a very interesting fragrance. I kind of like this joint. It's one of those intriguing fragrances that isn't super duper mass appeal, although it has a bomb in it, like Elysium, but it's extremely interesting and one of these fragrances that I just want to continue smelling because there's still developmental changes. I'm digging this fragrance. I keep going back. Now I'm picking up like little ginger essences here. If I'm gonna rate this joint on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not really what I thought. I thought it would have been more Elysium prominent, but I'm really glad it's not. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Amberlicious, I'm gonna give it like a 7-1. Wow, yeah, it just continues to change. I mean, this impression is probably not gonna be the last because there is no linear quality in this fragrance at all. It's all ever changing, at least off of my skin. Very interesting combination. So Amber Narguile and Elysium, which have no purpose in being together in a hybrid, actually work pretty decently in this fragrance. I'll put a link in the description. This is definitely a ball spray. I find it super interesting. Huh. Now it's completely different now. It's creamy cinnamon, kind of rice pudding-ish, with like shavings of like a citrus peel. I mean, this joint just continues changing. So if you like Amber Narguile and Elysium, and in your brain that makes sense, I'll put a link in the description. Shout out to Duo for sponsoring today's video, and shout out to me for selecting it. I'll see y'all stitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Man, this is really freaking interesting. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.